Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a magic review. Okay, who saw the new Marvel lineup trailer that just got released? Like, you'd know if you saw it. Because it's like this big, huge, long, like, build-up intro with Stan Lee's voice and like all these kind of like really cool montage shots. Did you see it? You gotta go check it out. You gotta go check it out. They show all the new films that are coming out over the next 2 years. A lot of great heavy hitter titles. Cannot wait. I've been a comic book collector my whole life. I've collected comic books my whole life, and mostly Marvel. Like Marvel is the side I land on. I've always been a big fan of Marvel. Spider-Man, I've collected every single title from Amazing to Spectacular to Peter Parker to the regular Spider-Man title. Yeah, big, huge fan, huge Marvel fan right here. Surprised they didn't have anything about Blade. They're supposed to be redoing Blade 2, and I heard, or Blade also, I should say, Blade also, a reboot of Blade, not with Wesley Snipes, sorry. But I was excited about that too. I was surprised they didn't have a mention for Blade, but I'm sure it's in the works. But today we're doing a magic review. That's right, we're doing a magic review. Today we're going to talk about Inscribed from Agus Tjiu and Arif. What is Inscribed? Inscribed is that amazing prediction trick, the prediction to an impossible location trick, where on your table right next to you is a little acrylic box, and then inside the acrylic box is a little clipboard, and inside the clipboard clip is a manila coin envelope, and then inside that coin envelope is an impossible prediction, either a number or a name or a city, the first person you kissed, whatever, some sort of impossible piece of information that you would not be able to get unless you had real magical powers. This is what real magic looks like. And we've all seen that trick, right? We've all seen that trick. I saw Dan White do it on stage with a box suspended from the ceiling. I've seen David Copperfield do this with a box suspended from the ceiling. Some sort of prediction, right? Where information gathered from the audience member is then revealed to have been, in a box the entire time. This Inscribed could easily be your impossible closer. So let's say you pay your $500 to your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. What will you get? You're going to get a USB thermal printer. That's right. This is a USB thermal printer, something similar to maybe a label maker. If you've ever had a really small table desk label maker, maybe that makes labels for like envelopes, something similar to that, but works off your phone, works off of your smartphone. So you will need to have a smartphone paired to this printer. You'll get a little stand for the stage, and you'll get a little acrylic cover, of course. You're going to get the paper that you'll need, thermal paper. Envelopes, you'll get extra envelopes. You'll get the gimmicked notepad that you need. And you'll get an acrylic template, which I think is really cool, for cutting more paper should you, wish to start making these your own, or if you want to start making your own envelopes from home as well. But like I said, this works alongside of an app, so you will have to use this with your smartphone. Is it what I thought? I did not know what to think. I did not know what to think. I've seen tricks like this before, and yes, I have seen these done with the small portable printers. I've seen that done. Justin Willman does a stage trick like this where he has a small portable printer and then he reveals that it's actually made out of paper and he crumples it all up. So yeah, I've seen this style. I didn't actually know that you could squeeze technology down to something this small, but yeah, it's really cool. How are the angles on this? Well, it's parlor stage, right? And really everything's happening inside the acrylic box. There are some flashing issues that could happen, but when you watch the instructional video, they'll go over all that and they'll cover it for you. Can it be inspected? Yeah, the envelope and the paper prediction could be handed out and kept by the spectator as a souvenir. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? You have your teacher. They're in a mostly dark background, and it's music in the background as well, and it's kind of loud. I could have done without the music. Plus, there were some points that were a little bit difficult to see because your teacher is wearing dark, your background is dark, and then some of the props they're holding is dark. So you're holding dark objects against a dark table. So just rethink that. Plus, your teacher has a very heavy accent and sometimes can be hard to understand. As far as what they're teaching you, they're going to go over what's in the box. They'll talk about how to set it all up. Then, of course, they're going to talk to you about working with the app, which could be you or it could be an assistant off stage. If you choose to do it yourself and do this as a self-contained thing, there's a notebook that they include with this where you'll be able to disguise your cell phone inside the notebook. Then they'll talk about some of the inner workings of the printer, how to charge it, how to make your own prediction envelopes, and how to use the dummy book to disguise your cell phone. Is it well made? Well, yeah, it is well made. I mean, for 500 bucks, this better be well made, right? It's great. This is quality looking stuff. This looks like professional, like you've made it, you've arrived, you're a professional magician. Like, yeah, the props are amazing. And I assume, I mean, I could talk about pocket space, but come on, it's it's a stage trick, right? It's a parlor trick. So you might want to know about noise, right? This is a printer, so does it make noise? Well, yeah, it makes noise. Yes, it makes noise. So obviously your audience is still seated at this point. Nobody's up on stage with you, and either while the printer is printing, you're talking through a microphone, right? Or there's a combination of you speaking with music in the background to nullify that. Because, I mean, obviously this is priced at the working professional. Nobody who's just an amateur magician or, I do tricks for my friends at parties, you're not going to get this. This is something that somebody who makes a living from magic is going to purchase, or, that you have the opportunity to perform every now and then. So we're going to assume that in your performances, you also have access to a microphone or access to music, but it's not that loud. It's not that loud, but you should have some noise to cover while it's printing. How much practice does it require? I mean, there's no hard slides. If you've ever printed a document from your phone, it's probably even simpler than that. There is an app, you are writing something, or your assistant is writing. Probably that is the best, to have an assistant off camera to do this. That's, of course, going to be the best, because then you can focus on just you and your presentation, and your secret assistant off stage is doing all the hard stuff. So that's probably the situation you would probably want to do. To do it all yourself, of course, then you're going to be doing either second writing and disguising your phone somehow so that people didn't see what you were doing. How much setup is there? It's just really a one-time setup. You get it all ready for one trick, and you're going to do one trick. It wouldn't reset itself to do the same trick again. And just to give you an idea, while the printer is printing, it takes about 15 to 30 seconds, depending on how much the printer has to work. So somewhere in there. Positives. Wow. Like I said, Inscribed is real magic. It's real magic by allowing you to do the impossible. This is as good as it gets. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives? In the performance, your envelope is loading upside down, okay? Because the paper has to go into the only opening in the envelope, and the envelope would be the top. So the paper's loading upside down. So you have to cover the envelope flap as it's being removed and do some cleanup. That's it. I mean, aside from the small amount of noise that it makes, there's some cleanup as you're removing the paper and the envelope together. But it's all something that you can cover with your hand. It's not difficult at all. I'm only mentioning it just so that there's total honesty. Is it worth your money? Like I said, this priced at the working professional. Obviously, after a couple of gigs, you'll make your money back over time. But you are getting professionally made props. You are getting a trick that really is impossible, that, something and some piece of information that you could never have known is inside of an acrylic box, inside of an envelope, and that those items will pass examination to be handed out. It's amazing. So yeah, it is a high price tag, but again, you're paying for all the R&D that goes into creating a small printer like this and having access to a wireless printer that works off Bluetooth or technology, and all the R&D that has to go into the app as well. So, but the other side of this is, wow, what a cool prop. So obviously, don't just take my word for it. Don't spend $500 if you haven't done your research. Go and find other reviews. Go find people in the forums that have purchased this. Go and ask your questions. Make sure you find out every single thing you need to find out before you spend your money. All right, that's everything I can say about Inscribed from Agus Tjiu. Of course, I got mine from murphysmagic.com, and I want to thank Murphy's Magic for allowing me to have this so that I can do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it at your very favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. But wait, do you want to learn more about the t-shirt I was wearing in today's video? Of course you do. That's from my Teespring store. If you scroll down into the description area, you can click any one of those t-shirt graphics. It'll take you out to Teespring and show you my Magic Orthodoxy apparel. That's right, I've got several different styles and colors and price points to choose from, including my King of Clubs Black Roses exclusive Daniel Schneider tee. If you appreciate what I do, that is a great way to support this channel. Thanks.